Welcome to Retire ATL with Aaron Vincent and Matt Decker. Aaron and Matt are part of the team at Vincent Financial Group, an Atlanta area firm that focuses on preparing people for retirement. They're also popular radio and podcast show hosts. And now it's time for Retire ATL.
With that number that you just mentioned, Matt, that people come in and say, I'm not going to retire until I have at least $1.3, $1.8, $2 million saved. Can there be problems with that?
I think the next question is why? Why is that?
Where'd that number come from?
Where did that number come from? Why is that number important to you? And ultimately, what are your actual goals as it relates to retirement? Because here's what I can tell you. Been doing this long enough, and I've asked enough people about their goals as it relates to retirement to know that there's not a single person when asked, paint the picture of your retirement. Tell me what's important to you. Tell me how you're going to spend your time. Tell me what it is you really want to accomplish. Not a single person has come in and said, my goal for retirement is to hit my $3.2 million number. Okay. That's never been the answer. The answer is always, friends, family, travel, security, lifestyle, legacy. It's never about the number. And so, and yet, people still do come in and say, I'm trying to hit a number. Yeah. But as soon as we shift the conversation to what are your goals, the number goes away.
And we love that conversation. I mean, it's having a goal. We have to start from somewhere, right? We don't learn these things in school. I didn't learn any financial planning or any sort of investment management or here's how to set realistic goals for the future I didn't learn any of that in school.
I don't feel bad. None of our kids are either.
So. Yeah, it's getting worse. Actually, it's getting worse.
Curriculum, it's not getting better.
Yeah, and so you don't learn it at your employer. Rare, maybe every now and then I'll see like a rock star HR department bring in someone to talk to their team about, their retirement plan or their 401k and ask questions, but that's even few and far between. So you just don't learn this stuff. So having a number and say I'm saving and my goal is X of a balance in my retirement account, it's a great place to start. I think what we're after is you're not going to get peace of mind from that though.
And I think a lot of times
you may never get to that number.
You may never get to that number.
Or you may realize it's the wrong number. You didn't even know.
That's what I was going to get at. A lot of times people come in with a number because maybe they've been told, well, you can just withdraw 4% of your account and that you need to get to, 25x whatever you want to spend, a 4% withdrawal rule. And so that they're backing into the number that way. But when you back into your spending that way, again, that doesn't take into account taxes. That doesn't take into account Social Security. That doesn't take into account the risk that you're taking. It doesn't take into account the fact that your expenses are going to change as you age. You're not going to be traveling like you are in your 60s, early 60s, as you will when you're, in your late 80s, right. More than likely.
Right.
You're not going to be going as hard.
Yeah.
You're going to be
go years, your slow go years, and your no go years.
Your no go years. That's right. Hopefully, my no go years are I'm 115 years old, and those are my no go years. But
there's a reason at the golf course the gold tees at the very front are for the senior citizens. Give you a little advantage. You can't quite play from the whites or the blues or the blacks like you used to.
And if you're a scratch golfer out there playing from the gold, call us because we always are looking.
We
for
need
that
you in our
ringer
foursome
for our foursome
for our upcoming golf tournaments. That always helps. Yeah. Hey, that number is 770-741-0120. Again, 770-741-0120. The team at Vincent Financial Group want to offer you that stress test. And Aaron, let's walk through that here for a couple seconds. Somebody's listening this week and they're going, this is what I need. They're speaking to me. They make the phone call. They schedule the consultation. They've done a good job. They have $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. They're getting serious about their retirement. They want to take advantage of the stress test. What does that look like when they come in to see you? Is it a long process? Is it one meeting, two? What does it look like?